again in online sessions of oil, hydraulic and pneumatic. Myself Praveen Janjala from ILJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the basic industrial hydraulic circuit. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the basic hydraulic circuit, in which we have also studied about the how to operate for single and double acting cylinder and which type of direction control valve used for operations of single and double acting cylinder. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the industrial circuit for practical utilization or for implementation or for automation in industry. So let's start our session. We also discuss about the what is hydraulic circuit. It is nothing but group of component include the one or more component. It's like the pump, actuator, valve, piping, etc. for performance of our hydraulic circuit or performance of any application. Here the group of component is like the electrical motor, then after the pump, then after the different types of direction and direction control valve, pressure control valve, flow control valve, and then after the final actuator. So this is the basic of hydraulic circuit. It is nothing but group of component. Now we will discuss about the automatic continuous operations of double acting cylinder. DAC means double acting cylinder. How to automatic continuous operation? First of all, what is requirement of automatic operation? In industry, we have to, for production, for mass production or for continuously operation, we have to set the different circuit for continuously operation or mass production or for continuous operation. That's time we have to design the hydraulic circuit according to the automatic operation. Means it will be automatically work. First of all, perform the first operation, then after the second, third, fourth, fifth, up to the our limitation or up to the requirement. So this is the requirement of automatic continuous operations in industry. And automatic we can also perform by utilizations of different limiting switch and different limiting valve or by combinations of different direction control valve. So in automatic continuous operation circuit, we will discuss about the which type of valve used for continuous operation as like the different types of limiting valve and limiting switch. It is used for continuous in operation. So let's take one example of automatic continuous operation. First example is automatic continuous operation by using limiting switch and double solenoid 4x2 direction control valve. So in this circuit, bottom portion is power pack as like the hydraulic pump, electrical motor, pressure relief valve, then after the 4x2 direction control valve, operations of double solenoid. So S1 means solenoid 1 and S2 means solenoid number 2. Then after the component is like the double acting cylinder, and this is the limiting switch 1 and LS2 means limiting switch 2. So how can we perform the continuous operation? If we require the continuous motion as like the extraction and retraction continuous for long duration. So we have to set this type of connection. Limiting switch, it will be directly connected a wire through the S1. LS2 mean limiting switch 2 will be directly connected to the S2. What's happened whenever we start our hydraulic pump? So the fluid will be passed in first position from pump to the first side of cylinder. And same time, right hand side fluid will be goes from cylinder to the reservoir or tank. Whenever this piston will be extract, so what's happened? This spool will be touched at the end of its extraction and it will be directly touched to the limiting switch 2. So what's happened? Limiting switch 2 will be pass the signal or electricity to the solenoid 2 and solenoid 2 will be apply the force and it will be change the positions of direction control valve. So what's happened? In change of position, pump will be connected to the right hand side and left hand side port will be connected to the reservoir. So cylinder will be start to the retraction. What's happened? Whenever this spool will be come at the end of stroke, it will be directly touched to the limiting switch 1. And whenever it touch to the limiting switch 1, it will be pass the signal to the limiting solenoid valve number 1. And valve number 1 will be change the positions of direction control valve. So fluid will be passed from pump to the left hand side and cylinder will be start to the extraction. So we can get the continuous motion for extraction and retraction by utilization of two limiting switch and double solenoid 4x2 direction control valve. Second example of continuous operation is by using limiting valve and double pilot 4x2 direction control valve. So this is the power pack, this is the 4x2 direction control valve, pilot operated means P1 and P2. Pilot means we can utilize the pressurized energy for operations of direction control valve. P1 will be connected to the 5x2 direction control valve 1 and P2 will be connected to the 5x2 direction control valve 2. Whenever we start our circuit, so pump will be supplied fluid from first side to the left hand side of cylinder. So what's happened? Whenever it will be supplied, so cylinder will be start to the extraction, and at the end of what's happened? Left hand side spool will be touched and it will be operate the limiting valve 1 and fluid will be passed from 5x2 direction control valve to the P1 and P1 apply the force to the our cylinder direction control valve and direction control valve will be change the position and it will be in cross position. So fluid will be passed from pump to the left hand side and right hand side fluid will be goes to the reservoir. What's happened in second position? Whenever this is the in cross position, fluid will be passed from pump to the left hand side of or right hand side of cylinder. So what's happened? At a end of this spool will be directly touched to the 5x2 direction control valve and 5x2 direction control valve will be in working condition. So fluid will be passed from pump to this spool valve to the P2 and here the pressure will be applied to the 4x2 direction control valve and direction control valve will be change the position and fluid will be in reverse direction. So this is the continuously operation by using limiting valve for operations of double acting cylinder or double pilot 4x2 direction control valve. So it is in continuous in operation. Whenever this spool will be moved to the this extraction position, then after the L1 will be in comes in position. It will change the positions of direction control valve. Whenever in retraction position, valve number 2 will be in comes in position and it will be supply the pressurized fluid to the direction control valve and direction control valve will be change the position and continuous operation will be operated, and this is the double rod double acting cylinder. Now we will discuss about the speed control circuit, means how to control the speed of cylinder. It is required in particular application or required in industrial application. We can control the speed by utilization of flow control of fluid. If we control the flow of the fluid, so it will be automatically control the positions of cylinder and it will be continuous control the moment of cylinder, or we can also specify the moment and extraction and retraction of cylinder. So this is the requirement of speed control circuit. It will be control the speed of piston for like the rod for particular length of extraction and particular length of retraction. There are the three methods of speed control circuit. First one is meter in circuit. It is used for control of the fluid at an inlet of cylinder. So it's called meter in circuit. If we control the flow of fluid at an outlet of cylinder, so it's called meter out circuit. And third example method is bleed off circuit. If we pass out the some amount of fluid from circuit to the reservoir, so it will be control the speed of circuit. So it's called bleed off circuit. So let's take example. First example is meter in circuit, or it's called throttling circuit for extractions of double acting cylinder. So this is the power pack as like the pump, motor, relief valve. This is the 4x2 direction control valve, and this is the mechanical lever operated 4x2 direction control valve. This is the double acting cylinder, and this is the flow control valve. Means it is the variable restricted flow control valve, and one valve is non-return valve. It is combination. Whenever we start our hydraulic pump, so fluid will be supplied from pump to the port A and port A to the A side of cylinder, and flow control valve will be restrict the flow, means it will be restrict the extractions of cylinder. And right hand side fluid, as like a fluid will be passed from B to the T and T to the reservoir. So this is the meter in circuit, means flow will be controlled at an inlet of circuit for extraction position. So it's called meter in circuit. If you place this flow control valve to the B side, so it's called meter in circuit, meter out circuit for extraction of cylinder. So we can also utilize from inlet and outlet according to our requirement for extractions of double acting cylinder. Second example of speed control circuit is meter out circuit, means flow will be controlled at an outlet of flow. So it will be control the motions of piston by utilizations of outlet fluid flow. So it is advantageous compared to the meter in circuit. In first position, this is the 4x2 direction control valve. In first position, fluid will be passed from pump to the A and A to the cylinder, and cylinder will be extract. So outlet, we can control the flow rate. This is the variable restricted flow control valve. What's happened? Fluid will be restricted. So we can also control the motions of our rod or our piston. But in reverse direction, what's happened? Whenever we apply the force to the lever, so that it will be change the positions of direction control valve. P will be connected to the B and A will be connected to the T. So fluid will be passed from B to cylinder. So what's happened? This is the non-return valve. We can easily pass the flow, but in reverse direction we can restrict the flow. So it's called meter out circuit or throttling out circuit for extraction. If we place this flow control valve at an inlet, so it's called meter out circuit for retraction. In second position, fluid will be passed from P to B and it will be restricted flow, but it can be easily flowed due to the one directional or check valve, and cylinder will be retract, and left hand side fluid will be passed from A to the B and B to the reservoir. So it's called meter out circuit. So you have to remember in your mind what is the meter in and what is meter out. What is meter in circuit for extraction and meter out circuit for extraction. If we just change the positions of control valve, so it's called meter in and meter out circuit for retraction. So we can also change the position according to the requirement and according to the applications in industry. Third circuit for speed control circuit is bleed off circuit, means we can pass out the some amount of fluid to the reservoir, and by controlling the flow rate we can control the motions of cylinder. This is the 4x2 direction control valve. This is the power plug. Whenever we start our hydraulic pump, so it will be supply the pressurized fluid to the A side and it will be passed to the flow control valve, and it is the variable restricted flow control valve, and our piston will be extract, and fluid from right hand side B to the T and T to the reservoir. What's happening in reverse position? In reverse position, P will be connected to the B and A will be connected to the T. So fluid will be passed from P to the B and B to the cylinder, and piston will be retract in position, and from fluid A to the T and T to the reservoir. So this is the bleed off circuit, means we can control the circuit by utilizations of flow, or we can also control the speed of piston by utilizations of flow control valve, as like the bleed off circuit. Now we will discuss about the sequencing circuit using the sequencing valve. We also discuss about the sequence valve in hydraulic and pneumatic symbol. This is the diagram of sequence valve. There will be one input and two output. So inlet is equal to only for one, and 1 and 2 is equal to outlet. Inlet will be connected to the pump. So what's happened? Whenever we supply the pressurized fluid to the inlet, so it will be directly passed to the one portion. Whenever one cylinder will be extract, so it will be create the back pressure. So what's happened? This spool will be shifted to the up, and inlet fluid will be directly connected to the second port. So it's called sequence valve, means we can operate the sequence in operation. This is the symbols of sequence valve. This is the inlet, it will be connected to the pump, it will be directly supplied to the first cylinder. Whenever first cylinder will be extract, so inlet fluid will be increase the pressure and it will be automatically shifted the spool. This is the spool and our valve will be in operation condition and fluid will be passed to the second cylinder. So we can operate the first cylinder, then after the second cylinder. Now we will take the example of sequencing circuit. First example of sequencing circuit, to operate two single acting cylinder in sequence. This is the 5/2 direction control valve. Whenever pump will be connected to the 5/2 direction control valve, so fluid will be passed from pump to the A and A to the cylinder number 1. So what's happened? At the end of extension of cylinder 1, it will be create the pressure and this is the pilot operated. So what's happened? Whenever the pressure of inlet pipe will be increased, so this valve, sequence valve will be comes in play and it will be supplied the fluid from inlet to the second valve and second cylinder will be extract. In reverse position, both cylinder will be simultaneously retraction in position. So this is the sequencing circuit, means we can operate the sequence in cylinder. First of all, first cylinder number 1 will be extract, then after the second will be extract and simultaneously in retraction. So up to the requirement, we can operate the numbers of cylinder or numbers of operations simultaneously. First operation, second, third, fourth, fifth, up to the requirement. So this is the practical application in industry for sequence in operation. First operation, then after second, third, fourth, up to the requirement. This is the best example of sequencing circuit for operations of drilling machine. And this is the industrial applications. Automatic drilling in operation. We can also operate the automatic drill, means it will be automatically object or automatically drill in particular component. This is the 4/3 direction control valve, this is the power pack and this is the 2 cylinder, cylinder number 1 and this is the cylinder number 2. Cylinder number 1 will be connected to our object which will be required for drilling and cylinder number 2, it will be connected to our drilling machine and it will be drill bit. So what's happened? In first position, we have to, in sequence, first of all we have to insert the object, then after it will be in drilling position. In second position, drill will be moved to the up and our object will be moved to out. So this is our sequence in operation. In first position, P will be connected to the first line of cylinder. So what's happened? In first cylinder, it will be in connection in first cylinder. What's happened? Whenever pump will be start, so it will be supply the fluid to this line and fluid will be passed to the cylinder number 1 and cylinder number 1 will be extract. So what's happened? It will be supply the force to our object and object will be comes in position. Whenever our first cylinder C1 will be extract, so what's happened? Automatically pressure will be increased and fluid will be passed from this line to the cylinder number 2, means second number operation and this cylinder will be extract, means our drilling tool will be moved to the drilling in position and it will be start to the drilling. What's happened in second position? Same time cylinder number 1 and 2 fluid will be goes out to the reservoir. In second position, P will be connected to the in operation number 3, means this line. So what's happened? Whenever fluid pressurized fluid will be passed to the point number 3, it will be passed to the retraction position of cylinder number 2, means our drilling bit will be moved to the upward direction and at the end of upward direction line pressure will be increased. So what's happened? This valve number 4 will be comes in position and it will be supply fluid to the in fourth position, means cylinder number 1 and this cylinder will be comes in retraction position, means our object will be passed out. So this is the automatic operations of drilling machine for automatic drilling. So this is the applications of sequencing valve for operations of drilling machine. Now we will discuss about the sequencing circuit using limiting valve. We can also operate the sequence in operation by utilizations of limiting valve. This is the example of limiting valve. There are the many types of limiting valve used, but especially 3/2 direction control valve generally used for operations of sequence in operation. Let's take one example. First example is to operate a single acting and double acting cylinder in sequence. Means first we will operate the single acting and double acting cylinders in sequence. One cylinder will be connected, this is the power pack, and this is also second power pack. In first of all we operate the double acting cylinder, then after that we will operate the single acting cylinder. So the particular industrial application, we have to require the first operation, second operation, third operation, or intermediate operation. So we can also change the positions of different single and double acting cylinder, and we can utilize the sequencing valve for operations of different operation in industrial application. Here the example of two operations of single and double acting cylinders by utilizations of limiting valve. This is the 4/2 direction control valve. Pump will be connected to the A. So what's happened? This cylinder will be extract. So what's happened? At a end of extractions of cylinder number 1, it will be applied the pressure to the 5/2 direction control valve. So what's happened? This spool will be touched to the operative or push button to the 5/2 direction control valve, means limiting valve number 1. So what's happened? It will be change the position, means pump will be connected to the cylinder. So fluid will be passed from P to the A and A to the cylinder number 1, and single acting cylinder will be extraction. What's happened? Whenever double acting cylinder will be start to the retraction, so it will be remove the force to the cylinder. So this cylinder will be comes automatically in retraction position due to the spring mechanism. And in second position, fluid P will be connected to the B and A will be connected to the A. So double acting cylinder will be start to the retraction. So by utilizations of limiting valve, we can operate the single acting and double acting cylinder in sequence. Second example of limiting valve for continuous operation is to operate the two double acting cylinders in sequence. Same as like here the two double acting cylinder, 1 and 2 double acting cylinder. This is the 4/2 direction control valve, and here 2 5/2 direction control valve, means limiting valve 1 and limiting valve 2. Whenever we start our first valve, pump will be supply the fluid from P to A, and cylinder will be start to the extraction. So what's happened? At the end of extraction, cylinder number 1 spool will be apply the force to the push button of limiting valve number 1, and limiting valve 1 will be start to the working condition. So fluid will be passed from this pump to the first side of cylinder, and this cylinder will be extraction. Same time in cylinder number 1, fluid will be passed from R to B and B to the T. So what's happened in second position? Whenever we manually apply the force to the 4/2 direction control valve, so P will be connected to the B. So cylinder number 1, it will be start to the retraction, means this spool will be start to the move to the retraction, and at the end of retraction, it will be apply the force to the limiting valve number 2, and limiting valve number 1 will be start, means this fluid will be supplied to the this cylinder, and cylinder number 2 will be start to the retraction. So this is the operations of two double acting cylinders in sequence by utilization of sequencing valve. Now we will discuss about the sequencing circuit using the limiting switch. Means this is the diagram of limiting switch. It is the electrical switch which is used for the automatic in operation. Whenever we apply the pressure to the this roller, so what's happened? It will be start to the connect, means it will be supply the current to the our electrical motor, and motor will be start, or it will be supply the signal to the different component for automatic in operation. So this is the sequencing valve. It is used for sequencing in operation. Let's take one example. Same as like the for limiting valve, we can replace the limiting valve to the limiting switch. We can operate the double acting and single acting cylinders in sequence, same as like here the limiting switch. It will be directly connected to the limiting switch number 1. Means here the limiting switch number 1, it will be directly connected through wire to the solenoid number 1. Whenever we apply the force to the limiting switch number 1, it will be supplied the current to the solenoid 1, and solenoid will be supplied the force to our spool, and spool will be change the positions of direction control valve. So it is similar to the limiting valve, but we can operate the, or we can replace the limiting valve to the limiting switch, and it will be give the higher performance compared to the limiting valve. This is the 4x2 direction control valve. Whenever we supply the pressure, so pump will be supply the fluid to the A, and first double acting cylinder will be start to the extraction. At the end of extraction, it will be apply the force to the limiting switch number 1, and limiting switch will be start, and it will be supply the current to the solenoid 1, and solenoid will be start to the force, and it will be connected to pump to the cylinder number 1, and single acting cylinder will be in extraction position. What's happened in second position? Whenever the double acting cylinder will be start to the retraction, so it will be lose the connection. So it will be disconnect the solenoid 1, and this type of 5x2 direction control valve will start to the comes in original position. So what's happened? Due to the spring mechanism, it will become in original position. So the fluid from single acting cylinder, it will be passed to the reservoir. In retraction position, P will be connected to the B and A will be connected to the T. So the double acting cylinder will be start to the retraction. So this is the operation or sequencing operation by utilization of limiting valve. Second example is sequencing operation of 2 double acting cylinder using limiting switch. Here the 2 limiting switch. Limiting switch 1, limiting switch 2 for operations of 2 double acting cylinder. This is our normal application. First double acting cylinder, it is our normal application, and second double acting cylinder, it is our second application, and it will be operate according to the first double acting cylinder by utilizations of 2 limiting switch. As like the limiting switch 1, it will be connected to the solenoid 1, and limiting switch 2, it will be connected through wire to the solenoid valve 2. Whenever we start our hydraulic pump, so P will be connected to the A, and first double acting cylinder will be start to the extraction. At the end of extraction, it will be apply the force to the limiting switch. So limiting switch will be pass the signal to the solenoid valve 1, and solenoid valve will be change the positions of direction control valve. So the pump will be directly connected to the cylinder 1, and cylinder number 2, it will be start to the extraction. What's happened in second position? Whenever first cylinder will be start to the retraction position, P will be connected to the B and A will be connected to T. So this spool will be start to the retraction, and at the end of retraction, it will be come in contact with the limiting switch number 2, and limiting switch number 2, it will be supply the signal to the solenoid switch 2, and solenoid switch 2, it will be apply the force and it will be change the position. So the second cylinder also will be start to the in retraction position. So by utilizations of 2 double acting cylinder for continuous in operation. So this type of industrial application used for the particular application, particular requirement for operations of double or singles operation, or operations of double acting and single acting application. So according to the requirement, according to your base knowledge, and according to the space availability, according to the availability of limiting switch, limiting valve, we can also perform the continuous in operation. Means we can also operate the industry for continuous or in automation by utilizations of hydraulic system. Thank you.